back to another video today. I want to talk about luck and how putting aside luck on your birth and where you're born, who you're born around, the opportunities you're born around, put that aside. Luck does not exist. And it's more so finding opportunities and being present for those opportunities. So, for example, I'll give you an analogy, and I'll give you a real life situation that we just went through yesterday and today. So, analogy, you're in the desert. Let's say the desert, 1% of the time it rains. So 1 out of every 100 days, so 3 times in a year, it will rain. Now, if you look at it, there's a 1% chance of it raining, and you're in the desert and it so happens to rain, you might consider yourself lucky. But you compare yourself to someone who's been out in the desert for every single day of the year with a bucket trying to catch rain. Once he catches rain, because he will 100% catch rain, it's not if, it's when, it's not considered luck, because he's put himself out there every day and knowing that there is an extremely slim chance of rain, but doing it anyways because there is that slim chance. And when that slim chance hits, the person who won't make it far in life will say, oh, that was just luck. And the people who understand that it wasn't luck and it was consistency and continuing to find the opportunity and actually benefiting from all those 99 days of failure, all it takes is 1 day of success. So in real life, this kind of reminded me of a conversation I had with a friend about this exact topic about maybe, I don't know, like 8 months ago in the summer last year. But yesterday, we were talking, we have our like investor talks, so we've done about maybe like a dozen or so now, and we're always going out to coffee shops, going out in public, talking to these investors, talking to whether it's like an investor, an agent, a wholesaler, a flipper, anything like that. And today we talked to him. As soon as we got done, some guy approached us, and he was like, and this is some guy we've seen in the coffee shop a few times before, and he's seen us, and he was asking about what we do and what we're talking to these people about. And we get to talking, and then it turns out he actually began a very, very similar business to us in the industry of cars and automobiles. And this guy built out this business with his co-founder, who we're actually meeting today, and he put us in touch with. We're meeting today at like 11 or something. We have an investor talk before that though. But anyways, basically he did the exact same thing we're doing with the marketplace of off-market real estate, but it was more of a marketplace for automobiles and a place for you to take pictures, put them on, send the information, scan the VIN, all that. And this was like before, like this was in 1996 they started, and then they sold it to AutoTrader in 2008. And I mean, if you haven't heard of AutoTrader, you haven't heard of like anything cars. So like they're big and they know what they're doing, and it's so funny because it's such a similar thing done so distant. And the crazy part is they said they were going to do it with real estate, but it just wasn't, like, real estate wasn't there yet, and fingers crossed it is there today. So what's crazy about it is this wasn't planned. Like we didn't go into this meeting thinking, oh, we're going to talk to someone who could potentially give us future sight and foresight on our business. So I say this all just to say, luck, sure, it is a huge factor, especially when you're born and where you're born at, but you can 100% minimize and mitigate luck and the competition of luck between you and someone who you consider lucky just by showing up and doing the work, and by being patient with the results and being impatient with the action. I got anything else? Anyways, today we're actually I'm going to Stone Creek in Wauwatosa, if you know where that is, and we're talking to an investor. I think it's an investor, might have been, gotta ask Jack. Jack's the one who schedules all this stuff. And then that's at 9, and then at 11:30, I think, we're going back to Whitefish Bay to talk to Andy, his name is, and see what happens with that. And who knows, I might have another video come out about that specifically. But yeah, anyways, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.